Oh, hi. I hope you can hear me well, because if you can't hear me, you better tell me. hmm Uh, oh, cool, cool, great. Uh, okay, hello. It's kind of weird because the YouTube doesn't show me like anyone on the stream with like 0 viewers. Okay, how are you today? Yes, it's Zagreus, but I just wanted to sketch a bit before starting, the actual drawing because it's been a while since I used this tablet. Uh, because lately I bought um I bought an iPad for drawing purposes because I started to spend a lot of time on work. And I thought it would be a good investment to have like the opportunity to draw in that 1 hour that I have on work for uh, for a break and stuff. I don't know, so I wouldn't lose uh, too much time. You can use any minute you have in a more productive way. It's 11 p.m. Good vibes. Okay. Uh, it's late for Procreate. A capture card. I actually didn't try that. I just I was just thinking that it would be too complicated to get into it now. Also, I just the headphones that I have, like the small headphones I have, they have terrible mic. I don't know for what reason, because I thought that I've already bought these headphones and the sound was pretty okay on the mic, but probably I bought some kind of different version or something, because I, tried to record some voice and stuff, and it sounded horrible. So I can't even use it for for streaming purposes. Um, so I don't know if the sound will be great if I will be streaming from the iPad. Maybe I gonna buy myself another headphones that would be better for such thing, but uh, I don't know when. I'm sorry, it's my cat. Of course, when I'm starting, she needs to go away. Just my cat, she can't stay out of the room. She needs to get in the room and then go out, like disturb everyone involved. Uh, I don't know. I gotta soon. I'm gonna be working from home, and she will probably She probably gonna ruin most of my work uh, by constantly uh, wanting to snuggle and stuff. Yeah. So okay, I gonna do one more Zagreus sketch just to warm up a bit, hand wise. Um, Here it's like 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. because well, I prefer streaming in the evening. Uh, but you know the time zones they're killing me. Um, because I understand that in America it's probably like what, afternoon or something, or like 10 a.m. So you know people are mostly working probably right now. Um, but what can you do about that? I will try to uh read what the capture card is and how to stream in Procreate, maybe for for the future. Like I'm enjoying drawing on graphic tablet that I have. I have a Vicom Intuos Pro 10 a.m. Well, I was close. Um, I like using Wacom tablet, like regular um regular tablet. But I don't get to do it too often. Like I'm usually more lazy, so I'm like it's easier to get the iPad and start drawing straight away. Though I still don't understand iPad as uh you know uh I don't understand Apple and stuff like that. Uh I don't understand Apple products. Like iPad is amazing for drawing. I won't lie and say that it isn't true. Like it's comfortable to draw on iPad and stuff, and it's cool to have the thing to draw on the go. But anything else on iPad apart from its nice bright screen, what the hell is it? Uh, you can barely download anything to the iPad. You can put illegal software there. Like, why would you use? Why would you use it for daily use? Like, um, it's beyond me so far. Like, I only use iPad for drawing and for watching YouTube videos, and that's all. Like, very functional device. Um, Sorry for the iPad rant. Um, I just don't know what to talk about. Okay, let's finish with Zagreus. Um, uh, poor boy, not working on a song, but um, it's gonna be tough. Gosh, line art is always so scary. Um, though I think I became more comfortable with it over the years, but it's still tricky. I don't know, should I use this brush or maybe go for an actual line art brush? Mm, the yeah, that's the brush. Hmm, that's that's weird. Right. God, it's gonna be like a stream. I'm trying to remember which brushes I used before. It should be it should be brush pen, but I don't understand why the texture is this way. Um, I remember it worked differently, kind of. Hmm, that's weird. Uh, because I usually work with the rough pencil in Clip Studio. I I kind of like pencil textures the most, like generally. I mean, it doesn't look actually like a pencil. At least this brush. I have a couple of brushes that genuinely look like pencils, but actually, once I downloaded Procreate, I understood that Procreate pencil brushes are kind of better in terms of feel, you know. It's kind of weird to work with that sketch again because it's been a while. I don't actually remember when I started it. I remember it was a long time ago, but not so long that I would look at this sketch and be like, "This is horrible." I don't know if if I want to keep the eyes open. To be honest, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, what's nice about drawing on an actual graphic tablet is the paper feel of it. Like, uh, I feel it's more pleasant to scratch the surface when with with iPad it's like, you know, glass tink 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 all the time, which is annoying. But like you stop noticing it after some time. But overall, the vibes are really different. It isn't like an appropriate line art. Um, but I don't know. The line the line art brush that I usually use kind of feels weird. Hmm. Hmm. Also, I kind of like messy lines and stuff. My biggest enemy. Thing is, I both love and hate drawing hands because they're both really cool to draw. At the same time, they're ridiculously complicated to get right. Um, I think I still don't know how to draw hands properly. I just draw something that looks like hands, um, and go away with it mostly. Uh, but I think mm legs are much more complicated to draw than the hands. Damn, it's like I'm sitting like 15 minutes without music. like people are so complicated to draw. I just it's very complicated. Thanks. It's actually funny because for this, I think I used like Clip Studio has this feature where you can place like a 3D object for reference. And like I had to use it because the angle is pretty complicated. I mean, it's not that complicated, but I don't know, it's tricky. Like I'm really bad at drawing lying people without any reference. But for me, actually, the biggest pain in the ass is always the same. It's the legs. I don't know why, but legs are super complicated for me to draw. Uh, so I'm like, my comfort zone is whole body, or better, like um, expressions, just faces. That's where I'm comfy. Hilariously enough, people mostly commission me like full body work, and I'm like, well, why? uh, I mean, understandable, but at the same time, I'm like, well, half body is my comfort zone, and apparently something that I drew best. I draw best. Um, okay, where is his? It's like when I only started doing commissions, and that was a while ago. I think I started when I was like 14 or 15. Like I don't remember, maybe 16. And like I don't think that I drew like super well back then. Um, and I think I drew men better than women, and I still think that men are my comfort zone in terms of drawing because, well, usually they, um, usually I just like them more. Like the drawings of them, my drawings of them more. Um, and when I took commissions, for some reason, people always commissioned me to draw, you know, female characters, and I was like, why? And back then, like, and back then I mostly drew men, and I was like, wow, why? Well, I was deep into special interest, but I also was taking commissions. I think yeah, it was 2012, and it was like super cheap commissions. But um, I don't know. It just surprised me that people would be like, "Wow, draw the thing that you are not that you are not drawing." Like because when I think of commissions, I think of it as you go to a particular artist to get some stuff that they draw best. Like, or well, maybe sometimes you just want to see your characters in their style, or something like that. But you won't go to an artist who draws like only people and only portraits and be like, hmm, my dude, maybe you're gonna draw me a dog, like my furry character or something like that. Well, because they're not too good at it. um, Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Um, so it was a little bit surprising for me that people are gonna be like, we need to make you draw more female characters. But when I got into my first ships, I started to draw women better. So there are always some advantages. Kind of random, but now after the groundhog pick, I kind of want to draw Hades with a groundhog. Damn, it's such a good pick. I hope everyone here read it. It's like amazing, brilliant, breathtaking, show-stopping. I know it's like just a Galaxy Brain idea, and the way it's written is so funny. I don't know, just the idea of Hades threatening damn groundhog to death is so funny. Hmm. Hmm. God, I'm gonna regret something, but uh, let's do this. Okay. It's funny, but Hades looks better when it's like mirrored, when it's flipped horizontally. Usually it's the other way around. Nothing looks good when it's flipped horizontally. Um, it's hard. Like Spotify, half of my Spotify musical playlist is like Hades Town, and now I have Papers playing. Rest in peace, Orpheus. You would have loved not to be beaten up. You mean you are listening to the Hades Town? Honestly, Hades Town playlist is like something that makes you wanna live. Uh, it's been a while, but I remember when like re-listening to Hades Town as I go to study was actually an energy boost. I love Hades Town. That's big news for everyone. Like nobody could nobody could possibly guess that I like Hades Town. Like it's impossible. Um, Now I have While We Build the Wall playing, and that kind of reminded me that While We Build the Wall is actually the only song change for the tour. And I low key really would like to have a tour version like in good quality, like not in the good quality, but like in proper quality. I really like the ending they have going, like less of a power ending, but more of a desperate one. It's really cool. I'm sorry for my attempts to, to speak. I don't know. It's hilarious because While We Build the Wall was like one of the first songs that really got me into Hades Town, like in terms of um, the way it sounded. Like I really liked uh, I really liked Wait for Me because it was like one of the first ones I saw. Because obviously I started with Tony performance before listening and watching. God, yeah, it would be so cool to have a tour recording, like 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 with Lemise, where there are tons of recordings of different casts in different countries, and you kind of be like, oh well, French concert version of 2020, amazing. That's something that I want to listen to and just go away with it. Um, I'd love that for Hades Town. Actually, because I really wanna probably hear and probably hear Kevin Morrow playing Hades, but also like I really like the tour cast in general. I love Broadway cast and I love tour cast like equally. I really like two Orpheuses. Orpheus, like I don't know how you pronounce like this plural Orphe. Well, multiple Orpheus, let's say so. I really like them. They sound really interesting to me. I think I mentioned before, but I'm not a huge fan of tenors. Um, I'm not a huge fan of tenor voices, like high voices. They're really awesome. Like they're amazing. um, and they're so young. It's so funny because Reeve is ridiculously old. Like in comparison to other Orpheuses, I mean he's not too old, but like in comparison to all these other boys who are like 20 something, uh, he's much older, which should be hilarious when he plays um with Timothy Hughes Hades because they're almost the same age, right? Hades is just preposterous. He's just 30 years old, but looking worse. So like the first song that really got me into Hades Town was actually Why We Build the Wall. Um, because it was so creepy and it sounded so cool. And I think the first version I saw was from serious recordings, like when they actually sung it live and live on live something like radio. I was like, whoa, that's so cool. I think it's funny that Aegis Town kind of grew on me. And it's funny that before I watched the actual bootleg, I think I loved Orpheus and Eurydice more than I loved Hades and Persephone, which is funny, you know. In perspective, this is funny. Um, but damn, I remember listening to Doubt How Comes In before before actually watching the bootleg, and I was like, whoa, that's so sad. Because it was funny because I remember reading the myth um, at some point at school, but um, but I didn't put two and two together. Like I was listening and I was like, wait, is it that story where the guy is turning around? Oh no! And at some point, like in that comes in, you're like, oh well, it won't end well. Like that guy, that narrator guy, he told me that, but somehow I forgot about it. But yeah, that comes in, killed me at some point. But when I watched the actual boot, I think it almost got me to tears during Epic 3. And then obviously during that comes in, I was like, oh no, why would you turn around, Orpheus? You had one job. Um, Sometimes knowing Greek myth is a curse, not a blessing. Actually, you know what? I thought about the concept of Hades and Persephone like being immortal gods, and you know, have you ever thought of the concept of them going to a museum? Like that would be hilarious. They're like, you know, going to some Greek art exhibition, and they're like, this is inaccurate. I know it's. Yeah, I think it's a funny concept that probably was in. I don't remember if it was in Doctor Who, but Doctor Who usually does these things when its primary character is literally an alien who travels in time, and he goes somewhere, and he's like, well, this is inaccurate. It actually wasn't like that. About something. I think it would be a funny concept for a crack fic for Hades and Persephone, which where they're like abduction of Persephone. I don't think so. At least in Hades Town universe. But it would be so funny. I think that her arm looks weird, uh, but at the same time, yeah, who cares? Um, I would have read that. I would have read that concept. Um, I'm not late for work. I kind of have shifting schedule. So like, uh, I'm not working today. I'm not working tomorrow. But the day after tomorrow, I'm working like 12 hours. And the day after tomorrow, I work 12 hours. Uh, but then I'll have a weekend, like not a weekend, like one day off, one and a half day off, because I have a night shift. So no, I'm not late for work. If I had to work, I wouldn't be streaming. Like, unfortunately, this is how it works when you have 12 hours of shift. So no, I'm not late for work. Um, uh, but well, likely soon I'm gonna be working from online. So I will have a little bit more time because I won't have to physically go to work. But from the other hand, human company was nice. I have really lovely colleagues. They're very funny. It's kind of easier job when you have somebody to talk to, just in case, because working in customer service um, is kind of drowning in a way. Like sometimes people really annoy you, and you cannot do anything about why they are annoyed. And sometimes they just sit with you in the chat and they like do it, and you're like, I cannot do it. Like, sorry, these are the rules. I cannot do it. And they're like, you can do it. And you're like, I can't do it. And they're like, you can't do it. And you're like, no, please, I can't do it, bro. Like, what do you think will change if you ask me the same thing like 20 times? Do you think that I will stop saying you the same thing? And God, sometimes it's like it happening for hours. And in that case, you are like already kind of annoyed. Okay. Um, it's kind of funny from one hand. It's pretty funny because people really don't understand how support works, and there are some things that they are just um I don't know. You can't overrule them. I won't go to my manager. I'm gonna be like, look, there is Alex here. and he wants you to do like this, and they would be like, "Oh well, if Alex asks, then like it's a whole different story, bro. If you are asking for Alex, then of course, like we're gonna do it in no time. It doesn't work this way. You just you're just wasting your time and you're wasting my time and uh, so for that case it's cool to have colleagues who can understand you and understand your frustration and tell you some stupid joke but at the same time since I'm working 12 hours um when when you work for 12 hours you kind of work through the whole day like from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. uh and if you are going physically to work, like I have to spend 1 hour to get to work, and so like it leaves even less hours to do something, like uh like come home at 10 p.m. and what can I do? Watch one episode of a TV show, right? Or like draw one picture, have a dinner probably. So it's kind of tricky. So I'm kind of happy that I will be going online. Right. I think there are some like troubles um that I see. Just it just shows me that um the stream is losing connection or something. Is it okay? Will I ever go back to the office? Well, I don't know. We'll see. Like maybe when it'll get warmer, maybe I'll consider to come back. But the problem with going in and off of office uh, is that I need to have a corporate computer. Like I can't work from my computer. I need to get the computer from the office and go and like take a taxi or something and get it to my home and to connect it stuff like and then I can work. And so like if you want to come back to the office, you need to do the same. Uh, and you can't like work just from your notebook or something or from your laptop, which would be cool, but I think it would be also not cool because probably the system would collapse pretty often. um um so I kind of think that maybe once the pandemic will become a little bit better, because right now with Omicron people like people are getting ill very very fast. And so a lot of my co-workers, they also went online. Maybe I'll consider to get back to the office, but it's also quite expensive to get to the office, because I don't know. I'm just speaking money right now, and uh, and like lately after the new year, the prices for common transport became higher. Like everything after New Year, like New Year, new fucking prices. Like everything becomes higher. Um, so well, um, so it became quite expensive to get somewhere. Like I had to take a bus and a subway, and well, let me say that surprisingly it gives a lot of money wasted by the end of the month. So, like from the one hand, I appreciate the company, and our company also has snacks and some cookies in the kitchen for us. And casually, sometimes people celebrating birthdays, and they would get some pizza to the coworkers and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, free pizza. Um, but apart from that, like a lot of time is wasted, and a lot of money is wasted. Um, so maybe I'll come back to the office, but maybe by that time they will move somewhere in different part of the city where I'll be. It'll be hard to get work from where I live, and I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna stay at home with my cat. Um, I don't know. I kind of like how Hades' hair looks. Uh, no, I just love drawing hair. Uh, Sometimes I see like TikToks about how artists don't like to draw hair, and I'm like, not relatable. But again, it's one of the things that also considered quite hard to draw. Oh no, I think it's a bit weird. Um, I think maybe she has a little bit too much hair. Hmm. I think maybe the flower makes it feel a little bit disproportional. Um, Once again, I'm a little bit sad. Like I'm just listening to Hadestown. I'm a little bit sad that the workshop recording didn't get um, all the songs that were in the musical recorded professionally, because there were so many good Orpheus and Eurydice songs, and there was also How Long. Like it was the same, but like it sounded nice. So I'm like I'm always sad because of that. I've said before, but like New York Theatre Workshop, Eurydice, and Orpheus, it kind of they make me really sad, and apparently being sad is what makes me ship things. I'm like, Hades and Persephone, they're so sad. That's so attractive. So such a good quality for a ship. Um, but like I love both Orpheus, uh, but just New York City Workshop makes me more sad because it feels like um they have more conflict, and um I don't want to say that they are more flawed, because Broadway characters is also kind of flawed, but I really enjoy that they have like negative qualities. Like I don't know, it's hard to call them negative qualities really, but I'm referring to the fact that Orpheus is a little bit, a bragger, and he's um, he tries to pose as confident and a little bit into his own story, which makes him lose Eurydice. Well, Eurydice, yeah, uh, she's a runaway, but at the same time, she craves, comfort and material goods, like because of that line in Way Down Hadestown that was cut, where the fates were like everybody sipping ambrosia wine in the gold mines of Hadestown. Like she craves not only like not like on Broadway where she's like, I just want to sleep somewhere, I just want to be warm. Like, is it too much to ask? New York City Workshop, you really see she kind of craves actual good life, like with sipping ambrosia wine and stuff, and you know more of a high quality life. Yeah, I think Broadway Orpheus is really wholesome. Like, I'm not saying anything about it. Like, I love both of them. equally, but for 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 different things. Like I have big heart. I can like two poor boys at the same time. Um, I just I just find the New City Workshop story is more realism orientated, something like that. Um, because you really see she craves a good life, and Orpheus doesn't notice her struggling, um and wanting to save herself because he's too busy doing some important work, such as writing a song. When on Broadway, you can think of him writing a song as the way to fix things. Like, he's trying to work on her request, but he's doing it in not in the way that could actually help her this very second. Where it is by the page. God. um, and yeah, with New York City Workshop, it's much easier to imagine that Hades was like this sometime, and maybe Persephone was like this some time ago. Um, with New York City Workshop, I already told it. I just don't see it because they seem such different characters overall, even though that they share kind of the same narrative purpose of being men in love. Narrative purpose of being a simp. What's your purpose? Loving my wife. Is it the purpose enough? Okay, it looks good so far. Though again, on Broadway, I don't see like Hades and Orpheus as like Hades being the same way as Orpheus. They have like completely different vibe. It's hard to imagine Orpheus becoming someone like Hades, even after 10 million years. While on while on in Workshop, it's kind of possible. Like, maybe he changed his like whole perspective towards capitalism, but it's pretty close. Like, and I both like it, and but from the other hand, I really enjoy that um, Broadway lets young lovers be something different and be their own thing, like not a reflection of Hades and Persephone, like not effectively. I'm just like talking about Hades Town for hours. Um, Real reason to make streams. Let's talk about Hades Town. Okay. Um, What the hell is this playlist I'm having? Like, it's apparent. It's apparently Patrick Page based because now it plays Spider-Man: Turn of the Dark. Damn, like I don't understand how Turn of the Dark had like bangers. It's like it's that song Pull the Trigger. I don't know, I'm just vibing. I love this song a lot. I think that overall it's turning out better than I expected. Uh, I'm afraid of the moment when I will turn off the sketch. God, from that perspective, it looks really weird. Um, like he has a huge arm. Oops. Oh, it's funny because uh from this perspective it looks good, but like okay, nobody gonna turn it. So well, I think it's because of the shoulder thing. Um, let's do it. Um, let me uh get a cup of tea for a couple of minutes. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Actually, the playlist got me the Hunchback of Notre Dame musical because apparently this is indeed Patrick Page simping playlist. How appropriate. um, it always makes me sad that like actually I really loved a French musical based on Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it's not well known in like in English speaking community, and also not well known in the American community. Although like it's a good musical. Um, and I was obsessed with it when I was like 10. Oh well, always a good day to remember this musical. Um, but it always makes me a little bit upset that Broadway fans tend to criticize French musicals way too much, and I can understand that with with some of their like latest stuff because it's really low quality. Like there is no way one will like it. Yeah, I speak French. Yeah, I can speak French actually. Um, Studied for being a French teacher. So oui, je parle français. Um, but like I liked French musicals uh before actually starting to learn French. Um, like wait, I started French. Oh, I started French the same like time when I started liking French musicals. Um, I remember there was some YouTuber who talked about Hunchback adaptations, and when they were talking about French Hunchback musicals, they were like, "Oh, people and people singing, like standing and singing there, like and you're like," and I was like, you're kind of a musical YouTuber, and like people usually stand in musicals when they sing. Like I know that it's not so common for Broadway for a character to just be standing and singing, but I always remember that French musical theater, like in terms of like musicals, uh, it didn't exist when when uh when the actual Hunchback of Notre Dame musical was uh began. So they had like opera and they had rock opera. Um, so like they didn't have musical as a genre, like as genre like it is on Broadway or on West End. And so you see people criticizing French musicals such as Notre Dame de Paris or Romeo and Juliet, like Romeo and Juliet, for some things that like they didn't actually form, like they just weren't looking at American musical theater, and they just do whatever they wanted. And I think they mostly were basing their musicals on operas and on rock operas. And so I'm like, you are speaking for American audience who didn't see this musical like ever. And usually, I think American audience isn't too eager to watch something that isn't in English, and watching something that's like isn't American, because Americans have so many musicals. They're a little bit spoiled with that. Uh, which I understand. But I'm like looking at this, like you are speaking on a large audience that doesn't know this musical, and you creating a negative impression for a thing that's actually pretty good. Like whatever you may look at it as more of an opera, but it's actually a solid, good musical. And you're like getting a little bit sad because actually it I think it was like first musical that I knew as a musical. Like before, I loved some musical films, but it was like musical. It was the first I saw, and I loved it so much. Like even to this day, I hoped they will, like, because of the pandemic they didn't come again for a stage version of the musical. Like there were actually a French cast came to my city and performed the musical. Like it was, I think they did it for 2 years, and I went both years when they came. And like when this whole pandemic started, they Romeo and Juliet was about to get to my city, and I thought about getting to see it like as an actual live show, but it didn't happen. So I'm like, uh, who's writing to me? Um, I'm sorry, it was around about French musicals, but I'm kind of sad because of French musicals. I think they had a really nice potential that's that kind of got ruined over the years. Um, God, what's that musical? There is another Patrick Page musical that I'd never watched in this playlist. Little did I know what's this musical is about. That's absolutely a Patrick Page best playlist. Oh my god. Oh, uh, everything looks better with this catch underneath. I'm telling you. I hope it will be better with color. Uh, 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 I'm had a bad degree at Troy Legs. Uh, um, Let me try to grab some reference. I think I kind of found something that looks like it. Um, I must say that we have a perfect timing at the moment. Like, uh, I think I'll spend the next hour coloring it. Hopefully. Uh, I hope it looks okay. uh, does it look okay? Uh, like, oh, it's just It's like it turned out a bit dirty in terms of line art, but from afar, it looks pretty good. I admit. Um, okay, I think we're ready to color. Привет. I kind of want to go with uh like sunset vibes. I just want to start with the background a little bit, like in terms of um more or less how it should look like. Нет, я рисую в Clip Studio Paint. Хотя в Сей тоже раньше рисовала. Но сейчас почти не рисую. Now I'm gonna use the bucket just to fill the stuff in, and then we'll get to proper coloring. Насчет шипа и до Персефоны, да, по моему портфолио очень легко понять, кого мне нравится шиперить. Ам, да не знаю, просто посмотрела Хайдестаун, и Эпик третий убил меня к чертям собачьим. Собственно, так все и началось. Мне кажется, их история просто достаточно человечная и э, печальная в каком-то смысле. Ну, плюс они, конечно, играют суперски. Что Патрик Пейдж, что Эмбер Грей. Ам, я человек простой, я вижу хороший шип, я его шиперю. А, No, you can't understand words. It's okay. Just there was a question in Russian, and I answered in Russian. I was just asked, uh, why do I like Hades and Persephone so much? And that's all that I don't know. I just watched Hades Town, and um, that was it for me. Yeah, I was speaking Russian. Like, so yeah, naturally you didn't understand. Um, yeah, so I know it's weird when you're switching from like one language to another. But yeah, speaking your native language is cool. uh, well, it's kind of late where you live. It should be like what 1 a.m. or something, or 2 a.m. something. Why aren't you sleeping? Yeah, understandable. When I work at night, I'm like, I don't understand what the hell you're writing to me in English. Like, bro, I don't think you understand what you write to me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Um, honestly, I don't understand people who write at 3 a.m. to support. Like, wait till the regular hours. О, кстати, Виви Монами. Отличный ник. Э, Только что заметила. Классный ник. А, какие еще мюзиклы произвели впечатление? Да, у меня много, у меня полно любимых мюзиклов, на самом деле. Ам, Из последних, которые я посмотрела, наверное, Come From Away. У него, кстати, есть прошот, который недавно сделали на Apple TV. Не знаю, куда его загружали ли его куда-то во ВКонтакт, потому что его вроде бы загружали, потом удаляли. Ам, Come From Away отличный мюзикл. Ам, Как говорится, I can't recommend it enough. Ам, Обязательно нужно посмотреть. Он есть с субтитрами, но в этой в группе экстремальный Russian фандом по мюзиклам. А, но субтитры вшиты в бутлег. То есть не в профессиональную запись, а профессиональная без субтитров. Вот он прям супер. Из тех, что произвели на меня впечатление последние. М, А так я много чего смотрела. Лишь сказать, что я не смотрела. В общем, Камфрома я просто всем рекомендую. Ам, Thank you. I love drawing them. I don't know for which reason I always start with the skin color and then paint everything. Though it's like harder than just starting from something else, but I always do it. think it's better to choose another color for the. Uh, I don't know what color should his jacket be. Um, maybe this one. В последнее время меня немного отталкивает Гамильтон. Не в плане того, что это плохой мюзикл, я его тоже очень люблю. Ам, Ну, в плане, мне он изначально нравился и нравится сейчас. Ам, Но меня скорее отталкивает его не самая адекватная фанбаза. Ну, типа, я, естественно, говорю не про всех. Глупо как-то про всех судить. Но просто, возможно, из-за того, что он на хайпе. Как-то в последнее время я так: Гамильтон". Но это классный мюзикл. Ам, "Be More Chill". Ну, кстати, тоже не очень мне зашел. Я не скажу, что меня сильно отталкивает, просто не зашел. Ну, потому что мне кажется, что он чуть более на другую возрастную категорию рассчитан. Как-то я не люблю, ам, когда все как-то настолько не то что грубо, но немножко вульгарно. Типа весь мюзикл про то, как чувак не может к кому-то подкатить. Ам, ну, чтобы прям так отталкивали, не знаю даже. Maybe, может быть, Six, 6. Ну, в смысле, не то чтобы он меня отталкивает. М, Мне с какой-то стороны нравится музыка, но у меня не возникает особого желания его смотреть. Но, возможно, это опять же потому, что он какой-то гиперпопулярный, и, ну, я просто не считаю его прям полноценным мюзиклом. Эм, Хотя, опять же, я говорю, альбом мне понравился. Но после того, как ты знаешь, какие цены на мюзиклах на Бродвее, ты начинаешь так типа: это шоу, типа, дай бог, 1,5 часа. Откуда такие цены-то?" Ну, не знаю. Я говорю, это скорее не отторжение, а прям отторжение конкретно к мюзиклу, а просто feels. It's a very interesting playlist I have here. It's like Patrick Page, Patrick Page, Patrick Page, different musicals, disco original mix. It's like in some kind of dubstep. Like, why? Why? Um, Насчет таких штук, ну, меня, например, отталкивает, фильм по Дира Ван Хэнсона, потому что это максимально, по моему мнению, всратая фигня. Ну, то есть сам мюзикл ничего такой, хотя, ну, вкусовщина. Но я считаю, что он не такой плохой, каким его малюют на Западе, но, ну, некоторые товарищи. И мне нравится его альбом. Но фильм по этому мюзиклу — это, конечно, что-то с чем-то. I don't know. А, Насчет Хезерс, возможно, придется меня запинать ногами, но я так его не посмотрела. То есть я послушала альбом, но у меня не дошли руки его посмотреть как-то. Мне сложно, в принципе, смотреть, что угодно, не только мюзиклы. Ам, я думаю, Хейзерс мне, наверное, бы понравился, но как-то у меня есть внутреннее отторжение к мюзиклам про хай-скул американские. Вот не знаю, чем оно обосновано. Типа, я, например, не люблю фильмы про ковбоев и типа и про американский хай-скул. Вот. И почему-то я не знаю, чем это обосновано просто. Я так думаю, блин, только не мюзикл про американский хай-скул. I'm sorry for a lot of Russian talking, but ам, кстати, насчет мюзикл рекомендаций. Э, Мне, например, еще нравится Bright Star, который, далеко не самый популярный мюзикл, но в плане он вышел в тот же год, когда вышел «Гамильтон», а «Гамильтон» потопил, в принципе, все мюзиклы, которые, выходили на тот момент. Но он такой кантри, если нравится кантри-вайбы, чтобы там было банджо в музыке. Ну и такая довольно, с одной стороны, печальная, с другой стороны, ну, хорошо оканчивающаяся история. Ну, это так, если хочется что-то посмотреть, что обычно люди не смотрят. Ам, of course, Hades всегда my big recommendation. Тем более, кстати, я не знаю, знаете ли вы, но тут, недавно релизнули бутлеги этой канадского, в общем, Хейдестауна и воркшопа Хейдестауна. И это очень классно. То есть я не вижу, чтобы кто-то в руфандоме особо об этом говорил, и как-то на мой пост о том, что смотрите, бутлеги нашлись, никто особо, ну, заинтересованно не отреагировал. Но это классно. В общем, что есть бутлеги этих, постановок, потому что они очень отличаются от Бродвея, и это очень здорово. Ну, как бы я просто очень сильно этому рада. Меня немножко расстраивает то, что никто, э, ну, не особо фандом как бы умер почти, у Хейдестауна, и поэтому никто особо активно не радуется, всему происшествию. И я так: «Ну, это же бутлеги, которых все ждали так долго. Народ, посмотрите их». Вот. В Heathers с любовную линию. Ну, хотя бы запинали. Hades looks really comfy. Um, on his wife's lap. Uh, я уже не учусь. Ам, Я работаю. М, А у меня ни образования нет, ни работы, ни с чем с рисунком не связано. Так что о ней не особо интересно говорить. Hades looks like a student, like he looks pretty young. Um, I like to think he has a country boy wife. um, yeah, Hades Border School alternative universe when high school. AU. AU. Я немного как на интервью. Типа, если бы какой-нибудь экстремальный Russian фандом проводил интервью, типа, с чуваками из мюзикла комьюнити. Да, не, ничего. А, кто? Да, в принципе, я сама. Как говорится, когда меня ввели в театральное комьюнити, как бы такого понятия, как театральное комьюнити, не было. А, Ну, в плане мюзикла-то мне нравились, наверное, лет с 5. С тех пор, как я посмотрела, господи, до сих пор помню это «Новогодние приключения Маши и Вити». И все, и понеслась. После этого меня замыкало на любом мюзикле, ну, в принципе, на любом музыкальном фильме, потом на любом мюзикле. Как бы потеряли человека. Был пацан и нет пацана, как говорится. А, Так что в таком случае можно сказать воспитателю, спасибо воспитателю моего детсада, который дал мне кассету посмотреть. I don't know. Do you think like I don't think yellow looks good. I don't know. A pool. Whether yellow looks okay, or maybe I should try to use another color. Um, I don't know, green, whatever. I don't know what color should I pick for the dress. Uh, it's not Persephone's color. Um, kind of doesn't feel like her. Uh, orange, red. I don't know, maybe. I'm just a little bit hesitant because it might get too close to the background color that they will be too, combined together or something. Orange, you think? Uh, Orange. Ну, да, в России ставили «Призрак оперы». Ну, в России не только «Призрак оперы» ставили. Из американских почему? Звуки музыки ставили. «Поющий под дождем» в Москве ставили. «Магазинчик ужасов», по-моему, до сих пор идет. Так что так-то ставили, но ПО тоже люблю. ПО тоже хороший мюзикл. I kind of like Pink, but maybe way too much. I don't know. It seems like it seems a bit out of place, like too vibrant maybe. I'm also kind of afraid it will get too close to her skin color. I don't know. Like, it looks weird. Um, I think kind of this color looks doesn't look bad. Um, I'm just like you're looking at it from ant size and like yeah, we understand perfectly what you mean. Like uh let's try this way. Maybe it will it will look okay eventually. Um my motto is just F around and find out. Oh damn, it's almost 3 hours that I'm torturing you. It's probably too late for you, like um oh it's like not much left. I think once the base colors are done. I really like this little detail on Hades' waist. You know, uh this red this red back. Because it's like an allegory how this his better self, more like less toxic masculine self, was there all the time, just under undertones of leather and doubt. I don't know, it's like it's a nice touch in terms of character design. Oh damn, I'm such an idiot. Uh yeah, well, whatever. It should look okay. I just thought that I like covered um mm, that's okay. Whatever. Ну, я боюсь, роль мне не светит, потому что я не умею играть. М, Wait until I forgot. Like, I need to draw Hades tattoo, otherwise I'll forget 100%. Like I'm sure. I kind of like to think that he had a tattoo before pre-canon. Yeah, that's better. I think I will be finishing the stream pretty soon because I wanna eat. uh, well, I think like in a half hour about or about like I wanna like shade it a bit and then I think we'll leave it there somewhere. Thanks. Have a good night. Thanks for coming so late at night. I really appreciate that. Um, well, I'm not going yet. I'm like, I'm saying like in half hour. Like I'm just saying it in advance, so it wouldn't be like, whoa, now we end it here, as it usually does. So like, I think about half hour, and we'll call it quits. I think it looks cute overall. It would be a good, you know, thing for Twitter to put. I kind of just want to add a little bit of texture, um, because I think it looks a little bit plain. Um, so maybe texture will help it to look a little bit more visually interesting. Okay, I think I will drop it here, at least for today. Maybe I will get back to it and finish it a little bit later. But I want to grab some food. I want to eat something. Anyway, thanks for coming and thanks for hanging around on the stream. And I hopefully see you again next time. uh, wherever, whenever it will be. Bye.